Coming soon to a theater near you.
What up, y'all? Good morning, America. Good morning, white America. I know y'all been hearing the talk, or y'all been seeing the chat.
The section that they say I took, I did take from it. The section that they say I took, I did take from it. The section that they say I took, I did take from it.
That's boy QT.
Quentin Tarantino, good morning. Hollywood, good morning. I woke up so early this morning, RB. Well, I wake up early every morning. You know?
Right.
I'm an early bird.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Seize the day.
Same here.
But fuck all that, though.
What was they saying this morning?
What was they saying this morning?
Yeah,
Who?
the peoples.
They was saying a lot. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Dev, what up? DJ Uchow, what up? Lee Chin, what up? Yo, I drank my Red Bull this morning. I am so charged up. So charged up. Yo, all right. So, welcome to the Cheap Black Podcast Show. All right, that's what the comments said.
Our Rode mics aren't set up the right way.
Yeah, we got the
mixer on the table.
On the table is nasty work, right?
Yeah.
It's nasty work.
Shooting it vertically. What's going on?
Yeah,
man?
we nasty, you know? So, episode 9, if y'all checked out episode 9, you know, we reviewed a bunch of films, you know. Oh, excuse me, this is Mr. Marin speaking.
Let them know.
It's my man RB. We are live in Compton right now.
CPT. Let's go.
So, episode 9, we talked about a few films. I think it was like, 5 films we reviewed, something like that.
Yeah, a lot of summer catch up.
Yeah. So, in doing that, we decided to discuss, what was it, Extinction 2?
Yeah.
That was the movie, right?
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
streaming joint, right?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth. Good movie.
Good. Yep. Yeah. You know, I actually saw it after we recorded. Like, my aunt was watching. I was like, yo, this shit is actually cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
So, we decided, we started talking about the whole streaming platform thing, and we came across a Quentin Tarantino opinion about streaming. I decided to go off. I ain't gonna front. I went off a little bit. I went off. It triggered me because I have a very complicated, I don't want to say relationship. I don't know this man. I don't want to know this man. I'm good on that. You know what I mean? But I have a very complicated relationship with Tarantino and his films. I think Quentin Tarantino is a good filmmaker. He makes good movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. Let's start from the top. Reservoir Dogs. It was cool.
You think it's cool?
It's cool. I saw Reservoir Dogs after hearing all the chat about it. And me, I'm not good with, people just hyping something up and I go and see it. And I'm like, oh, it's cool.
Right.
Pulp Fiction was good.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's really good. Yeah, Sam Jackson.
What was after that?
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown was good. Like I said in episode 9, it was cool. People didn't like that I said that.
Right. then you weren't caping hard enough for Jackie Brown, right?
What
Kill
he did
Bill.
after that? Kill Bill. I loved Kill Bill.
Yeah, Volume 1 I love.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
Step down.
Yeah. What was after that?
If you want to count Grindhouse, you count Grindhouse. Yeah.
His joint.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Rodriguez did have the better one.
Yes,
out of those two.
100%.
Yeah,
Tarantino. The only thing I liked about his was the Jungle Julia, that death scene.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, that was great.
I gotta do research on that.
Yeah, Yeah, the Grindhouse joint. Yeah, I got to go back.
Was that taken from somewhere?
I'm.
No. You gonna find
Might have
out.
been paying homage. You know what I mean?
Was he paying homage? Because that was really cool. But
Right.
I never did the research on that to see where it came from. Because as you know, with a lot of what Quentin Tarantino does, he pulls from other sources.
Right.
Now, we didn't go through his whole filmography. I know that. Django, cool. Hateful
Glorious
Eight.
Bastards. Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards, I liked.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight, whack. I ain't even gonna give it a man. Whack. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I liked.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the matter at hand. I made a comment about him ripping off from places, and let's put that into proper context. What I was saying, I was specifically talking about a group. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to be diverting all over the place. I got a lot of thoughts. The word overrated, what does that mean to you, Rob? Mind you, I never said it in the whole clip.
Yeah. Now that might have been me because I wrote the caption, so that you can put that heat on me. I definitely.
But that's okay. We like heat. So, the word overrated. What does the word overrated mean to you, Rob?
I mean, if somebody's rated highly, the hype might be too much. Might be a little bit too over.
Now, does that mean you hate everything they do?
Nah. You could say a lot of people are overrated, but they're still fans.
Let's talk about sports real quick.
Right.
Kobe Bryant.
All right, no.
No.
We're not doing this in LA.
No,
we're not doing this in Compton.
We going there. We're
not doing this
to
my Kobe right now. What's going on, sir? What's going on?
I think Kobe Bryant is a great basketball player.
Nah.
Hands down.
He is. The greatest. Yeah.
Whoa.
One of the greatest.
Okay.
Top 3.
Whoa.
Top 3.
See what I'm saying?
What you want me to say?
Now, what? I know you're a Laker fan. I get it.
LA.
But I always say that he's overrated because I saw Michael Jordan. Everything Michael Jordan did, Kobe's never done anything like it. Okay, Kobe scored 81 points.
3-peat.
Michael Jordan did that twice.
I mean, Kobe could have did that twice. Kobe came close to
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Kobe got 5. I mean, come on, man.
He didn't do it.
Carried the second run with a bunch of plumbers and Paul Gasol.
He didn't do it.
Come on now.
He didn't do it. Okay? So my standards are very high. But that doesn't mean I hate Kobe Bryant. Did he annoy me? Yeah. I always say he had the personality of a shoebox just because he was always just on some, I'm a killer of the Black Mamba. Like, he just never really, Michael Jordan gave you some charm. He did Space Jam and shit. But I never got that from Kobe. But that's just not his thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill him for that.
Right.
But it's just, I think he's great, but I think people, especially after he's passed, I think a lot of people are going out their way to put him in certain conversations he don't necessarily deserve to be in, and that don't mean he's terrible.
Yeah, I would have put him in those conversations before he died, personally.
No, I know a lot of people that would.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people.
LA,
that would.
Especially you're in LA.
Yeah, exactly. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
You look around all the murals around him all over the city.
Yeah,
it's an LA thing to love Kobe Bryant.
I totally get that. I get that part, but that don't mean that I hate him.
Right.
That don't mean he's not good at what he does.
You just want to say he's top 3.
Right. Mm-hmm. These are the points I was making because, and I want to be very specific here, white film bros, y'all know who y'all are.
Right.
Now, if you are a white guy and you feel like you're good to Negroes, and you feel like you're cool with Negroes, maybe I'm not talking about you. But you know what they say. A hit dog will holler.
Yeah. He'll start whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say certain things and it touches a certain nerve, that person's going to expose themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So, white film bros, and this is why we have the platform we have, because we want to bring a different perspective to this film conversation. I told you, RB, when we had a meeting about doing this podcast, I'm on YouTube. I watch a lot of video essays and film conversations and, review videos and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of us. Shout out to Double Toasted. I think it's Double Toasted.
I love Double Toasted,
Yeah.
man. Corey and
Shout out
Martin,
to them.
yeah, they're great. We were just talking about the other day, Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood. Another great black podcast.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's too far. It's too few of us in this realm. And most importantly, in my group of friends, I'm the film guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the film guy. I know, you do. You in LA, you got access to Hollywood. You've been working in this industry. I'm pretty sure you've met a lot more people into film. I don't have that around my way. So I was always the guy that was like, like I told you in the last episodes, like John be on his, his Batman shit. John be on his Star Wars shit. Like, that's how they talk about me. Now, it's not disparaging. It's just kind of like, oh, like, that's his thing. I just wanted to come into this realm and create a platform so my friends could tune in, because they call me, hey, what do you think about this film? Oh, what you think about, because they want to know my perspective, even though they're not really into it. They just like listening to me talk about it. So I wanted to come here and I wanted to create this platform because I want them to tap in, and they do. Shout out to the people that do. I shouted them out in the beginning in this intro. Shout out to the people that do. When I come here and I do what I do, I speak comfortably. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily sitting up straight and using all the the vowel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We talking naturally.
We talking natural.
Two brothers talking.
That's
what it's
it.
about.
And shout out to the people that's been reaching out to us.
Right. We got a lot of good listeners.
A lot of good listeners and a lot of people that really appreciate that quality of what we do. They say, yo, like, I've always wanted to see this.
Yeah. Joseph Ashley, I know, be in the comments a lot.
Okay.
Tweeting us a lot. Shout out to Joseph.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
So, I said what I said about Tarantino. My man RB cut up the it was a nice nuance. It was a nuanced segment. It was a lot of me just yelling.
Right. No. And again, this is my thing, because I wrote the caption. I got to put the clips to 90 seconds because Instagram, the reels got to be 90 seconds.
Yeah.
So I definitely was taking stuff. It wasn't the full
right.
segment. You know what I mean?
And yet it still embodied what I was saying. My point. But people caught on to it. A lot of people disagreed, which is okay.
Right.
Again, this is all about opinions, different perspectives. I'm fine with people disagreeing.
That's the beauty of film.
That's the beauty of film, of art.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody is free of criticism in art. Let's get that straight. Okay? My favorite filmmakers, I got critiques about them. John Singleton. I hate Baby Boy.
You don't say that in this house, man. That's a
I
classic
hate
in
Baby
this
Boy.
house,
I
man.
think Baby Boy is Tyler Perry going to the hood.
Oh, man.
It is a melodramatic Tyler Perry film.
Hey, man.
A rated
Great acting, though.
I hate Baby Boy. All right? Love John Singleton. Hate Baby Boy. Didn't like Too Fast, Too Furious. Did you see the Taylor Lautner movie?
Abduction.
Do you even count that as a...
I mean, he directed it. Listen, man, I watched anything this man did, so I was into it. You know what I mean? It was just one of them.
Hey, that's how I feel about Old Boy.
Yeah. Oh, the Spike remake of it. Yeah,
I love Spike.
Yeah.
Love him to death. But Old Boy, if you didn't see the original, it's cool. But if you saw the original, it pales in comparison.
Yeah.
And shout out to somebody in the comments that pointed out I was wearing the Old Boy Crew t-shirt.
Right.
He said I don't take anybody seriously. Anybody with an opinion. I don't take any opinion seriously when you're wearing a 2013 Old Boy shirt. Hey, it was laundry day, bro. It's laundry day.
And I think that definitely plays into like the conversation that I think the comments were having. Like, what is stealing? What is homage? What is a remake? Because it's different if. Again, we could go into that conversation. There's a lot we could talk about.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Darren Aronofsky, Nolan. Christopher Nolan, a lot of people say Inception was taken from Pariah, taken from all these other anime films. Yeah. The big visuals in that. Obviously, Darren Aronofsky, like, in Requiem for a Dream, everybody talks about how that was taken from Perfect Blue, another anime film. In fact, Darren Aronofsky even bought the rights to that anime with the idea of like, oh, we're gonna make a live action remake, but then make the remake, but still took shots from that movie and used it in Requiem for a Dream. You know what I mean? So
interesting.
It's something that the film culture, a certain way of the film culture, likes to embrace art. I personally am not the biggest fan of like taking things directly, point by point, like from something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And then again, okay, so obviously, you had your Tarantino thoughts, QT thoughts. We mentioned it a little bit during the last episode, too. For me, you know what I mean? Like I personally, I like Tarantino movies a good amount. You know what I mean? I like Reservoir Dog, and I like Django a lot. And I mentioned it last week too. I was in a Tarantino class in college. What is funny about taking a Tarantino class?
Let me ask you a question,
real
quick, before you get into that.
Yeah.
How many black people was in that class?
Well, I will say it was taught by a black professor. It was taught by Todd Boyd, who was definitely the best professor at USC I've ever had.
Word! That was your professor?
Yeah.
Shout out to Todd Boyd.
Yeah, Professor Todd Boyd. He was the best professor I've had. He was one of the only black professors at USC Film School. So he taught that. That was a pretty good mix around. But what makes a Tarantino USC class really effective is the learning, again, the homages, what's taken from. And then doing a Tarantino class, you actually end up learning a lot more about like other movies than you do about his 10 movies. So it's like, again, it's like, if you want to look at Tarantino as somebody who like takes a lot of stuff and pays homage to it, that's cool. But in reality, is really a filmmaker who is taking so many obscure references, kind of taking it directly and then making it so obvious and readable that you can it's like surface level, basically. Like you can teach us like an introductory film level class just looking at his movies, which is cool, but I think it's different than when somebody like, Spike or Paul Thomas Anderson or other, I would personally consider a little bit more imaginative filmmakers are paying homage to a classic film and taking an aspect of a shot or an aspect of a moment, but then reinterpreting it, in their own way. Not just the same suits, the same ties, the same names, the same shot for shot.
Perfect example. Do the Right Thing opens up with Rosie Perez dancing to Fight the Power. Strong visuals, incredible music, totally immersed. Again, one of the great, probably my personal favorite open credit sequence because it gets you ready for what you're about to see. That was lifted or, inspired by Bye Bye Birdie.
Bye bye Birdie, why'd you have to go?
And Margaret in the beginning of Bye Bye Birdie on a blue screen just dancing and singing, and that's not a shot for shot remake. You know what I'm saying? It takes it and reimagines it, reinterprets it into making it something else. That is what an homage is. I know what an homage is. So when I got people in the comments saying, you don't know what an homage is, you don't understand cinema. He doesn't steal. He doesn't take anything. It's an homage.
The section that they say I took, I did take from it.
In his words.
Your man said, and I quote, February 23rd, 2017, I steal from every single movie ever made. I love it. If my work has anything, it's that I'm taking from this and that from that and mixing them together. I steal from everything. Great artists steal. They don't do homages. Quentin Tarantino. That is his words, not mine. You can look it up.
Yeah.
And the same token, right after people is telling me that he does homages, there's other people telling me he steals.
Right.
They're mad at him saying he's ripping off things, but they saying that he steals. Everybody steals. He don't steal. He does homages.
Pick a side.
Which one is it?
Which argument are y'all gonna go with?
What Jay-Z said, is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it One Mike? Pick which one it is. I am confused. And I know you all think alike. Again, the film bros. My opinion is law. How dare you say Quentin Tarantino is a great filmmaker? Who are you? What have you done? What they said to you, get a new line of work.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, fam, I got 2 films.
Your man,
I got 2 projects in the film festivals right now. What are you talking about?
My man's sitting right next to me right now. Is very young. When I was 26, I was having a kid. So I'm not going to say like I regret. You know,
there's still good life stuff happening.
Things was happening.
Right.
But I wasn't on the track that this man is on. This man RB3.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
He's inspiring. I've told him this.
Thank you.
I'm 10 years 10 years older than him almost. But I still look to him like, yo, Lil Bro is mad inspiring.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
He does some great things. I've been working in film for 10 plus years. As a matter of fact, this fall is going to be 10 years. I should have been doing it longer, but I was on a different path.
I feel you. No.
I was out here in these streets.
Yeah.
Not selling drugs. I was out here in these streets partying, doing, I was young.
Yeah. New York energy.
Yeah, you already know. I always wanted to get into film, make my own films, write and stuff like that, but I just didn't know the outlets. And this is another thing, from where I'm from, we don't have resources. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the resources. I was thinking, let me try to do good in school. I want to go to NYU because I'm looking at Spike. Spike was always my inspiration because he looked like me. He thinks like me. He talks like me. You know what I'm saying? That's the person I wanted to be. So, I didn't have the resources and, things happen and, but I'm where I want to be.
We're here now, yeah.
I'm here now. We might have a different opinion from you. And not to mention, we might look different than you. There was a comment made by, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you bruh's name. This is like 500 comments, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. Hey, yo, if people are watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast, go over to Instagram and give us a like. We cannot have more comments than likes at the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't let them try and ratio us. Let's get them likes up real quick, man.
The film industry is a part of white culture.
That's what bro, it's white supremacy right there.
So is basketball and football.
What? Excuse me.
You're a backseat driver. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That was Rohanna OB? ROHANAOB.
Might as well change his name to KKK Cool Klux.
You already know?
Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, something like, hey, listen, man, they're not even hiding who they are at this point. You know what I mean? People are complaining. I think the problem is that we're talking about this art, is it theft? Is it homage thing? I think it just becomes like this lazy excuse for film bros who, don't have a lot of imagination, don't have a lot of creativity, don't have really that expansive of a film palette.
No.
So
and I'm glad you said that because one of them, I started naming films and examples, not a whole lot. And he answered, people don't even know what those films are.
Right. No, AKA, you don't know what those films are.
Right.
Like,
or the way I took it, people don't know what they are, so it's okay.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
That was very much the tone. Like, who cares? Nobody knows what those films are anyway.
Right. From Asian countries
Yes.
or starring minority people or from blaxploitation. One of the big reasons why I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, honestly, is because Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies of his. And you're taken from Bruce Lee, like through and through, all throughout that movie, from the costuming to the set pieces, and to the dragon, everything. Almost all of Bruce Lee's filmography is in Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yeah.
But then to go into Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and then treat Bruce Lee as like some sort of comedic, like chauvinistic dude who just gets kicked around.
Bruce Lee's daughter had to jump in and yo, and I think I believe I saw it, and it was his comment back to her was very dismissive, like, well, this is who your father was. You know, it was kind of like, oh, well, you know, this is what your father was known for.
Right. I'm like, bro, nah. That's crazy. If you watch his movies, idolize Bruce Lee that much, and then really take a lot of those concepts from Bruce Lee movies and put them into...
It was Brad Pitt that whooped his ass, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. That's where the illusion starts to wear off to me. And I told you this before at my old job, man. You know what I mean? I'd be talking to people who would just see something on and just like the next day be like, yo, let's get a video camera in here. Let's do some crazy shaky camera foot. Like, fam, y'all just saw that HBO the night before, like, and now y'all want to copy that. And then, you know, and then again, I think a lot of this thinking of like art is stealing artist stuff. It all comes. There's a video essay on YouTube. I tried to look it up like right now. That kind of essentially argues and capes for the same thing. Like all art is like taking from something. All art is like stealing from something. And they use a lot of Tarantino examples in that video essay. And I bring that video essay up because there's somebody at my old job who used to just be like, yeah, like, yeah, I watched that essay and just, you know, it inspired me. Like, I didn't have to really try as hard, like when I'm like making stuff. I didn't have to try as hard being creatively.
Keyword, I don't have to try as hard creatively.
Right. And it's like, what's that? Like, you can't think of nothing original. Like, I get the concept of like, you want to... Actually, I don't get the concept. I'm just keep it real with you. I don't get it. Like, you don't want to make something original? You don't want to tell your own story? Like, you just want to take something you saw in one movie and then put it into yours? I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, and he does it so much, it becomes off-putting. And then, again, because some people don't even know the references. Like I was saying, there's people that thinks he is... Or like he created these shots, right? He created these moments.
People haven't seen Lady Snowblood, or people haven't seen like all these old school Chinese films or the old blaxploitation. Like people haven't even seen the original Coffee or like all these other original Pam Grier films.
There was somebody in the comments that thought I just made up blaxploitation.
Yeah,
you're bringing race into it. Boy, that's a whole subgenre from the 70s.
Right,
and then they didn't understand what I was saying when I said that Jackie Brown was basically Quentin Tarantino's blaxploitation film.
Right. Oh, Foxy Brown, yeah.
You missed the point. He casted Pam Grier in the lead. The typography font is very reminiscent from those films of the time. Yes, I know it was a novel. You don't have to explain that to me. I know that. But the aesthetic is wrapped in something directly inspired by blaxploitation films. Now, did I say he stole anything with that? No, I was just saying that was basically his blaxploitation film. Now, maybe I should have, in that moment when I was talking, you know, comparing the Girl 6 clip, you know, the greatest African-American movie made by me, of course, maybe I should have mentioned Django. When he said...
One of the greatest slave movie of all time.
That Django was a more important slave narrative than Roots, written by Alex Haley, a black man, you know, allegedly about his family and the struggle. How are you going to say that your spaghetti western slave
fantasy,
because you got that whole buck fighting scene and all this, you know, you're seeing Kerry Washington being, you know, dehumanized and all this. It's like these. And I remember reading somewhere that the original script leaked and there was a scene with somebody getting whipped, a pregnant woman being whipped, and she got whipped so hard that her stomach exploded and the baby came out.
What?
That it didn't make the final cut.
What? Wild.
Will Smith even had issues with it. He was supposed to be Django at one point.
Right,
Will Smith was like, whoa, tone some of this shit down.
Right. Well, he also wanted to be the main, I guess he wanted to kill the main bad guy too, so some ego stuff.
Yeah, of course, that too.
Yeah.
You know? The man thinks he's the Grand Poobah of, you know what I'm saying? And that is not, I'm sorry, like, he's had to address this. Rob, if you walk around, you stinking. Right? You don't smell yourself, but people just like, yo, son, I need to take a shower. And you catch wind of what people saying. And you go and pick up, even though you don't stink, it's like, fuck it, let me go pick up a deodorant.
Right.
You're addressing something.
Right.
You might not believe it, but you're addressing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, he's had to address this. So my opinion is not the only one, you know, like this. There's a lot of people that think like this. You know, we're being called uneducated. And to piggyback on that uneducated comment, a guy named Shred Empire 365. Shred Empire 365. He says, Quentin sucks. I never said that.
Right.
So I'm not co-signing that. I never said that.
Nah, we don't think Quentin sucks.
I don't think he's terrible.
Right.
So let's get that out of the way. Quentin sucks. He's creepy. That he is.
He did spit in Uma Thurman's face for Kill Bill.
Spit on Uma Thurman's face. The feet, the dirty feet shit. Fucking weird. That shit is fucking weird. It's disgusting. I don't like feet like that. So he is a creepy guy. He's also friends with Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
Hey. Do what you will with that info. Quentin sucks. He's creepy. And yes, he's overrated. But to bring race onto it, he meant into.
Yeah.
And this dork's horrible ebonic grammar.
He talking about grammar? There's like 4 things he done messed up so far.
Yeah. This dork's horrible ebonic grammar and world hating. Is that supposed to be world? Like the world? Or world hating counter crag. I don't know.
This is not a real comment, y'all. Like this doesn't even seem like.
Shut the fuck up and learn how to talk. That's what he said to me. Let's wrap it up. He said it a lot. He told me shut the fuck up and learn how to talk. Now, once again, this is a platform of 2 brothers.
Right.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with what they call it, AAVE.
Yeah.
You know, we talk.
Yeah.
How we talk. We're comfortable. I don't know another race that is as dissected and, you know, nitpicked as much as black folks.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, unfortunately, you know, I think a lot of times because these other cultures assimilate to white culture, so their definition of, you know, what's closer to English is their thing. But
I think it's sick.
We've been here. We have to suffer through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's sick that we can't even be comfortable and talk to each other.
Yeah.
We can't even be comfortable. I gotta sit up and you know, do all this shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
To make you comfortable. Right.
Nah, bro, that's not how this shit works.
Yeah.
You know, my audience, I know what my audience is. Shout out to everybody that follows the page, follows the pod. You know, we see you in person. We see y'all. Y'all come up to us and show us love. I don't make shit for you, sir. And also, that was just, again, if you white and you got a problem with me saying white people, that's your fucking problem. If it don't apply, let it fly. But you know, with some white folks,
and we do have white listeners, by the way.
yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We do. That's
Shout
why.
out Matthew Fairley. You know, he always comments, hits us up. You know.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is just how I talk.
Yes.
Like,
that's real
you know,
though. But yeah.
I'm not trying to disrespect y'all. I'm not. But y'all know y'all people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the shit we got to deal with. Yo, we got to deal with this shit everywhere we go. I go into Mexican neighborhoods. I got Mexicans looking at me crazy. I go into Syrian, Persian, whatever neighborhoods. I got them looking at me crazy. So everywhere I go, I got some shit on my back. And this is why a lot of black people, the race card, they're so angry. Why do you think that is? Yeah. Everywhere we go, we're scrutinized. Look, picked apart. This man agreed with me and still found time to say, you need to speak better. Shut the fuck up. You need to speak better. But you know what some white people is like, they do something nice for you and you go, thank you, Bob. And like,
right.
Get your Negro hands off of me.
Right.
That's very much what it was given.
Or when white people are like, oh, you know, you're a very articulate young man.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me. I was in the bank one time. I was 17 years old in the bank. You know, I was depositing something. You know, my mom worked in corporate America. My mom taught me how to, you know, unfortunately, we got a code switch in order to make them feel comfortable. So my mom told me, hey, when you get to places, this is how you should speak. So I'm speaking to the older white woman. Hey, you know, this and that. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my God, you speak so well. And she's thinking it's a compliment.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's almost like I thought you was going to speak in
jive.
In jive or Umoja, tongues. Where's your spear?
Where's the spear?
Like,
oh, man.
This is how they think of us. And then, you know, you think about my mom, God rest her soul. My mom worked in corporate America. She used to come home pissed off every night. Having to assimilate and do that code switching and then you dealing with the passive aggressive. There's a lot of passive aggressive comments under that post. You know, somebody goes, oh, this was his thing. Oh, I thought these guys were black. They're just green with envy. You wanted to get off that. I said, sir, say what you want to say.
Right.
Oh, and then he did the ultimate, what they love to do. They gaslight and then they hide their hands.
Right.
Because they throw the stone and they hide their hands. Because he was just like, you were looking for a racist comment. You just wanted that. I don't have time for this. This is playing the race card. You have your trigger on the finger of the race thing on your holster. Bro.
And you know what's funny? You click on that dude's profile. It's probably to do with the sunglasses and the hat.
Yeah.
That typical white dude.
Yeah. And then the comments about hip hop. Oh, so what do you think about hip hop? Yeah, you take samples from there. That's not fucking original. Fuck that. And then I go on his page and he's like a fat white man with a mullet and a patchy beard playing the guitar. So I know where you're coming from, bro. I know where you're coming from. You're not low.
Right.
Stop with the passive aggressive shit. Like, say what you want to say. Let's have dialogue. This platform is to create dialogue. There are some people that did disagree, but at the end of the conversation, they say, "Hey, you know, I understand your point. I think it's differently, but I understand. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna check out the podcast. Thank you. Oh, where's the link for the podcast? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there have been people who've been checking out too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And another thing, again, coming down to race in the comments, I'm going to be honest with you. The people that disagreed, but still kind of let me say what I wanted to say, people of color. There was a couple of white people, but for the most part, it was people of color.
I mean, people, you know, I think it's clear. You know, when you watch a Tarantino movie, like, the fact that he cast himself as the one dude saying the N-word a bunch of times, like...
And about that, I actually like Quentin Tarantino's writing to a degree. True Romance is one of my favorite films.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, True Romance. Yeah,
but that too has a scene where the N-word is used at the Sicilian. You know what I'm saying? The whole conversation about the Sicilian with Chris Walken and Dennis Hopper. Then you got Pulp Fiction with the dead N-word storage, and that's just that scene. It's like painful.
Right.
The man is obsessed with that. Now, I'm not calling him a racist, but I can question some of his motives.
Right. Yeah, and you know, you could argue, it's definitely questionable in the fact of, like, for black people. I remember in Hateful Eight, there's that whole, like,
You want to know what that sign says, Senor Bob? No dogs or Mexicans allowed.
you know why we had to take down that shine? We had to start letting in dogs. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just not. It's just very. It's brazen. It's very much that white dude talk. It's like how white people talk to each other when we're not in the room, kind of situation.
Exactly.
And I guess it's just way nastier to see than it's just nasty. But I'm speaking as somebody, again. I've watched a lot of these movies. Some of the films, like, despite how I think with Django, despite how cringeworthy the use of the N-word is in that, I think it does serve a purpose in the fact of, like, it is the slavery times. No, that's the time period. That's the setting.
And even going back to what you just said about Hateful Eight, I was thinking as you're saying it, that film does not take place in 2020, whatever. It takes place back then, so I understand the context. But when you have a history of this shit, it's like
you just shovel it into all the movies.
Every film you try to find, you look for space to do that. And then now I got a question. Hey, are you making films that take place in the past just so you could give yourself license to use that word? Do you know what I'm saying? This is the conflict I have as a film consumer, a lover of film and watching his stuff. These are when I start to ask myself these questions, it takes me out of the film. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just it's frustrating and it's weird and These guys enable him. These it's like I'm gonna say it again. The white film bros, them in particular.
Yeah. And again, it's the culture. It's the culture of it that really makes me upset as a filmmaker and as a film consumer.
Yeah.
Because I do think there are people like Spike, like Paul Thomas Anderson, even Wes Anderson. Like
I've seen people mention his name a few times in the
but like he pays homages, but there ain't no doubt you're watching a Wes Anderson movie.
Right.
Like you could say you can pick this story element or this writing structure from this movie or that, but at the end of the day, it's a very strong Wes Anderson film. You know,
people are copying him in a sense,
right?
Just like with Spike, there's a lot of people that's trying to copy Spike, and the things that they're copying is Spike's. They're not copying something that he copied. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Even on the TV world, man. Even we watch stuff like I was just watching rewatching Insecure. Like Issa Rae is a truly original voice. Like that is some truly original storytelling, writing, filmmaking that's happening through that. Like,
people do copy Tarantino.
Yeah.
Like Smoking Aces, I think is a bad Tarantino ripoff.
Right.
But they're taking his writing.
Right.
I think that's what they copy most from him, his writing.
Right, and he's a great writer.
Yes.
On the page, you can't really say he's stealing too much on the writing sense. But Reservoir Dogs for sure. Like with especially with the names, the character names and stuff. That's definitely for sure like a writing kind of taking situation, but it's more the visual stuff that you're like, bro, like this is so similar.
That's the shit that some people like to give him credit for, and it's like, yo, all right, man, that's not really him. You know,
I think that's why he hasn't won a Best Director. Like, I think that's why they keep giving him the screenplay awards because this is good scripts, but it's just we've seen it all before, like essentially.
he ain't like I said it in a post, man. I'm gonna quote Jay again. He's all right, but he's not real. Like he's just not. He's not him to me. To me. I think he's good, but he ain't him. Him tier. Scorsese. You know who I really enjoy? Oliver Stone.
Amazing filmmaker.
I love
he
Oliver
wrote
Stone.
and Oliver Stone. I mean, he Tarantino wrote the Oliver Stone movie with
Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, that's also.
But Tarantino disowns it because Oliver Stone did like kind of clean it up and did his own thing with it. So I heard Tarantino hates that film.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I think that's a really good
love
movie.
that.
Yeah.
4K is coming out in September.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm on it.
I got to peep that.
Love Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I remember my grandmother. I always make reference to it. One of these days I'm gonna call grandma. Grandma, just be ready. I'm gonna call you one of these days. She was working again the Ziegfeld Theater and they were showing Natural Born Killers. I remember she was like, "This movie is weird. This scenes where it's just white. It's like it hurt my eyes." And I remember I went and peeked in, looked at it. And I was like, I remember this particular scene I peeked in on was when Robert Downey was in the jail.
Oh, yeah.
And it was that Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg playing The Day the N-Words Took Over, which is a song about the uprising in LA. And I remember that was playing and the camera was there. I was like, and as a kid, I was like, this is very interesting. This is off the wall. I love it. Oliver Stone. One of my favorite.
Super dope. Super dope.
Spike, that goes without saying. Y'all know. Y'all could tell by now. I love Spike.
There's 3 New Yorkers back to back you just mentioned. Too.
There you go. Yeah. See, again, perspective. Because, I'm from New York. Like, we see shit from a different lens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I those are the directors I relate to. Those 3. Singleton, of course. I love Singleton. Tim Burton I loved for a long time, up until Sleepy Hollow. I don't know.
Oh, really? that was the one that took you off of Sleepy Hollow? Really?
No, I like Sleepy Hollow. After that.
Oh, after that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, after that.
There was Big Eye. He did Big Eye. Oh, he did. What was the one? Big Fish. Big Fish. Did you not like that one or not?
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't really want to check for it at that point. I was so checked out. I was just like, Tim Burton. He now it's all fluff. It's all visual now, and I'm just kind of losing its soul.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. After a while, as Alice in Wonderland was terrible.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't even do the second one.
Oh, he didn't do
but-
the second one. Okay,
Yeah,
well, the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one was definitely whack.
Yeah.
The Willy Wonka. And then when you start doing the Johnny Depp thing, it was like, all right. Like,
Right.
it was Tim Burton is kind of coasting right now,
Right.
in my opinion.
But it's funny because with
Tim Burton fans don't come for me.
well, he's Tim Burton. He's winning with that Wednesday show right now.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
'cause that is all over. But that's another one who has a very original fingerprint stamp. Visual style that is inspired by German expressionism.
Yep.
Yeah, and is very inspired by even the 70s British horror films that were coming out, the Hammer horror and things of that nature. He wears his inspirations on his sleeve as well, but it's very wrapped up in his own original story. Like you've never, despite all the, even French, he's inspired by French New Wave too, but no matter how many artsy experiment films you've seen, you never really seen a guy with scissors on his hands. Like,
Yes, exactly.
You never really seen there's a lot of things that Tim Burton does, and there's a lot of things that a lot of filmmakers do that original. There's a lot of things that Tarantino does that are original too. I'm not gonna totally discredit him.
No, go ahead.
I think some of the lighting techniques he does is really cool, like with the overhead lighting. With DP Robert Richardson is just a great director of photography he works with recently. And I think Inglourious Basterds, the first 2/3 of that movie, I would consider a genuine masterpiece. Like, I don't like that movie when Michael Fassbender starts coming in. It's like, the power of cinema is going to save us from the war. Like, that is the most corny stuff in the entire world. But I think that film is the most, like, non-mimicky, non-stilling. Inglourious Basterds, at least. I feel like...
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. I feel like that's the one that is the most, like... of him throwing his own thing into it, and there's not too many M words in it, so I appreciate it on that level. You know what I mean? But all that being said, man, it's like QT. He's a good filmmaker, great writer, but I do wish that we would stop overly embracing this culture of stealing so much, of like taking some old art and finding not even taking inspiration is one thing, paying homage is one thing. But taking the same names, the same shot, the same structure, like, that's not cool to me. You know what I mean? And especially when, in the case of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Kill Bill, when you take so much from a figure like Bruce Lee and then represent him later on down the line as like this uncharismatic a-hole, like, that's just not something I'm here for, man. It's like, you're just showing me there's no respect for the OGs, which... is heartbreaking in some sense. So.
Yeah, no, it's whack. It's just it's very arrogant of him to even respond to the daughter, like kind of like brushing her off, like you know what I'm saying. Like there's just no respect there, and this is just something that they do. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they do, and this is what makes me uncomfortable with a lot of his work. Honestly, you know. Again, this is not a isolated opinion. There's a lot of people that feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who like you said, were in that middle ground in the comments, like who thought, he's like, I like his films, but you do make some good points.
Yeah.
Like, especially in that clip we showed the side by sides, so like, was directly taken from what the Psycho thing is crazy.
Yeah,
like
that is somebody was like, oh, you notice how they only show one film. Yo, it's 90 seconds. Bro.
Right.
You want a whole video essay?
Well, yeah, it was like 3 films. That person was bugging. There was 2 shots that were taken from the Psycho thing. But if you watch that whole extended scene is the exact scene from Psycho. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, and again, I love paying homage. Homages is good, but you gotta be more, I don't know, And it's so funny too, man, because, and I'm gonna stop talking after this point, but there are people who have told me stories of like being in the same rooms as Tarantino, like being like, or there was, I don't want to go too specific into like their story, but basically there was like a party situation, and then at like a friend's house, and then randomly Tarantino just pulls up, and then apparently all of the dudes at the parties just turned into complete lap dogs, like, oh, Tarantino, what do you want to do? Like, oh, what do you want to do? And then. Again, I'm not trying to give up too much sauce about this story, but I think they wanted to play like, what's the? I guess like charades, or I don't know, like one of them games where you're like, it's like guess the character essentially. But then I guess QT wanted to pick like Woody Woodpecker or something like that. And everybody was like, we have to look up. Well, I don't know what Woody Woodpecker even sounds like. So literally, motherfuckers was googling like Woody Woodpecker like cartoons like live at a party.
That party sounds crazy. By the way, I'm at a party. I'm drinking. I'm on a joint or two. I'm having fun. What is this Woody Woodpecker charade shit? Like y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
QT walked in the room and they was just like, "Yo, yes sir, what do we want to do?"
QT walked in the room and you just gave up the draws? Like, what is that? Y'all are sick. Yo, like I told somebody in the comments, get QT's dick out your ass. Like, y'all are some sick motherfuckers. But this is that God complex that he feeds into. Like, he definitely, the way he speaks, these are the people that enable him. You know, I look at every other filmmaker. You know, Scorsese had his opinion about Marvel. You know, it's not cinema.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Recently I've been looking at what's happening with Marvel, and I'm like,
he might not be lying.
He might have a point. I think cinema. I think anything that you put on that screen and storytelling, anything could be cinema. But you know, when things get lazy, and it becomes just like, what is this?
Yeah. And that's funny, man. You mentioned that because I just watched the, this the penultimate episode for Secret Invasion. Okay. That dropped on Disney Plus. Man, tough to watch, man. Show's kind of tough to watch, and I like shows. I like genre shows that are more talk heavy, less action based, and that are more story driven for sure. I love thrillers, obviously. But the story's just not compelling. Like, the story is just not good, and especially when the first episode is like trying to walk back. Oh, Fury's back from space, and he's trying to like. It's just so much setup for like. It's not good. I feel like Marvel's really. I think the quality control is not good. If this was like the one TV show they were working on for like a while, I feel like it would have been a lot better than them smushing it in between Loki and all these other shows that they had last year. Olivia Colman is great. Like, as it
has a great cast.
Yeah. Olivia Colman's great. Sam Jackson's great as always. I mean, of course, and Don Cheadle. But the one thing is like, for me as a director, I just am like, man, there's so many times where the acting choices are so inconsistent from scene to scene. Like, there's one scene where Sam Jackson's more not happy-go-lucky, but like more cheery, things of that nature. And the next scene, he's like back to dark and brooding, and then the next thing. And I get that it's part of the whole espionage. He's trying to put on different acts for different people, but
just doesn't work.
It just needs a little bit of that transitional period. So I don't know. It's a show that like, they tried to call it like the Andor of the MCU, and I love Andor. But Andor was much better written, had a much more impactful story, a much more civil justice aligned story. And it's just, even like watching, there's even times where they're like kind of hinting and winking and nodding towards black issues in Secret Invasion. But it just feels so bad when you like really start breaking down the context, and we really start thinking about like, I mean, I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a lot of black people who are Skrulls. And you're like, well, what is this metaphor y'all trying to go for here? Like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it seems like every character who's black is a Skrull. But I don't know. Let me stop talking if y'all haven't seen Secret Invasion. Like,
Secret Invasion. I tried it. I'm trying it. I'm trying to get through it, and it's hard to get through. It's just, like you said, quality control is all over the place right now at Marvel. Bob Iger, the man that thinks that it's unrealistic for what the actors and writers are asking for.
When they're making multi-billion-dollar movies a year.
Like, you're wilding.
Right.
He said the same thing about the quality control at Marvel and all the shows and all that stuff that they're doing. So, to circle back to what I was saying, I think what Scorsese said, I didn't agree with wholly at the time, but I gave it an air because it was a different perspective. He comes from a different track of thought. You know what I'm saying? He's an auteur.
Yeah.
He is. If he has that opinion, I can only value it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's opinion, I value. I'm all about, you being in a relationship. Your girl might be wilding on you, but I don't know, you as a man, I would turn around, I get my point across, she get her point across, but then I go back and I think about what she said.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's her perspective. This is why she feels that way. And I might try to change my ways a little later, just to kind of, so we can see
each other.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's listening,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
so
listening to you listening to her.
This is why this platform exists, man. Like,
listen to each other.
Let's just listen to each other. Let's take race out of it. The only reason why I was bringing up white film bros, and because this is what they are. Like, this is who it's them. It's specifically them that want to go there and be passive aggressive and all because they see black voices saying certain things. So it's like, look, let's try to take race out of it and let's just listen to each other. Let's do that. We can acknowledge race while also saying, hey, let's try not to. The thing is, we live in the world we live in. We can't help it. Race plays a huge part in the divide and stuff that's going on in the world. I'm just calling it like it is. That's all I'm doing. I'm just calling it like it is. You might not like it. It may make you feel uncomfortable, but this is what it is. I don't believe in this, we are one race. I am colorblind. No, we're all different. So I'm going to say things, but when it comes down to listening to each other, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm not going to listen to you because you're white.
Right.
I'm not going to listen to you because you're black. No,
we are not going to listen to you if you come in there talking that clown emojis.
Yeah.
These brothers ain't speaking, they ain't got good grammar. Like, if you come in there with that racial talk, then you just automatically toned out.
Kill that shit. We're not doing that.
Right.
This is what we're not doing that. Let's just listen to each other. Hey, I don't agree with you, but boom. Look, we done spoke about movies that I hated, low key a movie I'm starting to hate slowly just because.
The Blackening?
Yeah. Just because, y'all are getting a little OD with the praise for this film. I don't want to hate it, but, my man right here, called it a classic. I don't think it's a classic. But I'm not going to say, hey, Rob, you're a fucking idiot. No, I'm not going to do that. Like, come on. Like, this is, we talk about what I like, you talk about what he like, and what I dislike, and that's it. Like, that's it. It's not that serious.
Did LeBron tweeting about it make
that definitely added to it. I love Us. This movie funny as shit. I love Us. Whenever Negroes say I love Us, it's like, oh my God. It just makes me think of Monique.
Yeah.
Make a wild disparaging comment. Like, okay, baby. I love Us. No. I love you, baby. No, you just shitted on me. You don't love me. Stop it, Monique. Passive aggressive as hell.
Oh, man.
That I love Us shit is like, yeah, I get it, but I just think, that's just a whole nother topic. But I just felt the need, we was working this week and we was, it's been a week since that video's been up and we was just talking about it. It's just like, yo, we gotta say something, man. I'm a very opinionated, and I know people don't like strongly opinionated people. You know what I'm saying? I know the things I might say, it sounds a certain way, but listen, man, we're just entertaining. If we sat here and talked about film all stiff and, like they do everywhere else, this pod wouldn't be what it is.
Nah, facts.
We're having fun. We're having fun. So what I was saying was very animated and yo.
Time to drop it one time.
Yeah,
one time.
What I was saying was very animated, but it was, it was my truth.
Yeah.
It was half funny, half crazy, but I was just saying what I wanted to say, so.
Nah. We ain't here for that plagiarism, son. We ain't here for that.
I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
I deal with it. I think I tolerate it, but I'm not a fan of it. And I'm not a fan of people that take that and say it's original and it's the greatest example of this, that. But then you shit on other people while saying he's great. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the nastiest part of it. You ain't gotta talk about who, black filmmakers who y'all think are overrated.
Somebody was like, I bet he think Tyler Perry is a savant.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, really? That's the first name you mentioned? Like,
that's the only black filmmakers he knows, man. Yeah. You know Spike
bro.
And Tyler Perry. That's the only people.
That's it. Yeah, that's the only visible ones. But no, like this, it goes deeper than that. We love it. Ain't about. And I'm not mad that he's a white man. That is not what I said. That's not what I said.
Yeah.
Somebody else said that. That's not what I said. You're jealous of him because he's white, or you're upset because he's a white filmmaker. That's not what I said. I love white filmmakers. I just mentioned some.
Yeah, Scorsese, Stone.
Yeah, come
you
on,
know
stop,
what I mean?
stop,
Yeah.
stop. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right, so we just wanted to respond to it. Shout out to the people that are close to us, know us, has been defending us. Shout out to the people that's been DMing me. There's been a lot of people DM. Some people just like, yo, I don't want to go into the comments because it's so toxic, but I want to let you know that I support what you're saying. Blah, 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 blah. Some people followed me. I followed them. And it's cool. This film shit, man, is dope. When you find some people that, you know, can talk film with you and they're equally as enthusiastic about it and they're not playing gatekeeper. They're not, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. This shit is great. I love it. It's just like how I talk about sports, when I talk about sneakers. Anybody that talk about things I'm interested in, I'm going to give them an ear. So, you know, I love the people in this community. And as far as the white film bros, again, I'm going to specifically state that y'all need to do better. Y'all need to do better. Stop telling us that we need to go make our own movies. Because let me ask you something. If you've seen a movie you don't like, do you immediately go and try to make a better film?
Right.
Is that what you do? I'm holding you to your word. You told me you don't like it, go make one better. Is that what you do? My man sitting right next to me makes films. Yeah. Don't shit on him. You know, this brother right here is very modest. I want him to talk his shit, but he don't, you know, he's a modest brother. He's modest, he's chill, he's a teddy bear. But what, again, Jay-Z, I'll never make the news again. My man will shoot you. I'm that man. Don't come for him. I will shoot you. Not with a gun.
Right.
With
With
thoughts.
words.
With words. Thoughts and words.
Yeah.
Y'all thought.
Yeah.
Not, you know, I defend him
Thank
because
you, man.
he's inspiring.
Appreciate
He's
that,
a
man.
good brother. He's doing everything he has to do. He's a filmmaker. Don't try to discredit him.
Yeah.
You know, me, I work in the industry. Listen, man, I don't really talk my shit, but I'll be in rooms with people y'all wish y'all could breathe the same air as.
Oh yeah.
I got icons in my phone.
Yeah.
I don't think. Just chill. Let's
Right.
chill.
Y'all don't know. Y'all just don't know.
Let's chill.
Right.
All right.
They'll see one of these days, bro. They'll figure it out.
Oh, they'll figure it out.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Right.
That's it. Like,
Right.
don't come for us. Don't do that. Like, you know, just you have a problem with my opinion, cool. But then don't do the personal shit. You don't even know me.
Yeah.
Then somebody call me gay.
Yeah, that just come on. I mean,
Yeah.
that just
It's like,
the internet, you know.
you know, he's an original filmmaker. Why don't you go watch your favorite film, Brokeback Mountain?
Why is that a problem? You know, Brokeback Mountain won Best Picture. You
ain't
know
nothing
what I mean?
wrong with Brokeback Mountain.
It's a good movie.
You know? What do you say? I can't quit you. What do you say?
Right.
I can't quit you. Yo, son,
It's a great movie, man.
you got a wife and kids. You're wildin'.
Yeah, right.
But I
and
feel
Hathaway.
but it's a love story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna front. My mom told me I could not watch it when I was younger. Like,
Yeah,
it came on
yeah.
HBO. My mom said, "You better not watch that movie."
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah.
you know what that's about.
Yeah. They just not that. That's
They don't know any better.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
the- yeah.
And that was the time it came out. That was not what it is now. The climate, social climate was completely different.
Oh, bro. Oh, yeah.
Brokeback Mountain even winning and doing the things it did back then is amazing because that was not the time for that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people argue that was one of the things that helped get that conversation started in the mainstream because movie came out in 2005 and then 2008 or I think 2009 was when the Supreme Court had ruled on that trial. So it was, you know, I mean, it wasn't like the only thing, obviously,
of course.
there's like these little steps of like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, all that to say, like, the fact that the internet wants to take that and like use that and weaponize that against, like, bro, come on now.
People are
son.
misgendering me in the comments. That's how I know you're not really.
Yeah, it's that fringe online right wing.
You're not trying. Yeah, you're not trying to really have a convo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just really being petty. Then the same dude told me go watch Magic Mike, and I was just like,
Okay. All right, now y'all really trying.
you're just doing too much,
Right.
man. But that's that hyper masculine. That's his crowd.
Right.
That's his crowd.
Right. The homophobic crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
his
just
crowd.
like man. And then it's so weird because a lot of, you know, I think what Tarantino like rips from or appropriates from are from like marginalized communities, smaller communities, like who, you know, embrace a lot of openness and things of that nature. But it's like, I don't know, just to the fact of the audience being so disattached from not only the creator, but from the origin of a lot of these, you know, like the fact that these white film bros are arguing so vociferously about somebody who stole from an old Chinese film or old black movies or old, like, you know, Spanish movies and things of that nature. It's like, come on, man. It's not cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool. And we gotta chill with all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But you know what? RB, we got the platform we have, and we're going to get comments. We're going to get hate. People are not going to agree with us, and that's okay.
Right.
But, you know.
And I'm sure I'm almost guaranteed Tarantino is going to, like, be listening to this or going to listen to some.
Yo, there's mad shares on that shit. I know somebody got it to him.
Yeah. It was, by the way, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Let me make this very clear. Okay? I do not want to work with Quentin Tarantino. I do not want to have a conversation with Quentin Tarantino.
Well, that's you. That's you. I mean, I would talk to him. I would talk to him personally, but
I don't give a fuck. I've had conversations with more interesting and more important people. He's not one of them. I don't care. He's too smug and pretentious for me. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I don't like people like that. So I already know you might want to, you know, RB. You know, hey, that's RB. If you want to talk to RB, there you go. That's your guy.
Right.
But me, it's okay, man. And you know what? He does worst of lists. He's very vocal about what he doesn't like and stuff like that. So please believe, I'm pretty sure he's laughing at what I'm saying, or he's like, okay, because he's opinionated himself.
Yeah, he's an online dude. He do be watching online content, and I don't appreciate the worst of list. I do appreciate the best of list. He's one of the few filmmakers that will give us a best of movies of the year list. But again, I think Tarantino is a film speculator, film critic. Like, I think his book is called Cinema Speculation. I haven't read it. I don't know what he's talking about in there. But if it's just some film theory about, you know, old school Hollywood and things like that, I'm interested in hearing that. I'm interested in hearing his perspective as a film fan and film critic and things of that nature. But, like, you know,
I'll listen to him.
Right.
I don't necessarily want to have a conversation with him.
I feel that. That's funny, man. So I know my boy, because me and my boy Andres has had this conversation before.
Shout out to Andres.
Yeah. He hates
peoples.
Tarantino. Yeah. So he's never gonna be on that first cut. He's never gonna be on Real One. So hey, you know what I mean? Good to know. Tarantino, he's blacklisted from this corner of from the CPT.
And let me make this very clear. This is the last time I'm talking about Quentin Tarantino until I see his last film.
Right. This is about the 1970s movie critic.
Yeah. The critic, is that what it's going to be called?
Yeah.
I'm going to, because again, we're open-minded. Stop trying to make us out to be ignorant. We're very open-minded. I will go see a Tarantino film. Because I don't talk about things I don't watch. You know, that's just ignorant shit.
Right.
You know? So I'm going to go see it, and that's probably the next time I talk about him.
Right.
And when I do, we're going to keep it strictly at the film, unless he does some boneheaded shit around that makes me have to talk about that boneheaded shit.
Right.
But you know, I always say this about my favorite people. I don't like when people critique their stuff and just keep it like, you know, when they're critiquing a film, for example, again, to bring up Spike. If you're talking about a Spike film, in the review, do not talk about him being at the Knicks game. Don't talk about him
doing his comments towards Tyler Perry.
Yeah, don't do that. Let's talk about the film. Now, if it fits in the context, like I remember one time I wrote a review for Django when it came out, and it caught some traction online, and I started it talking about the Spike Spaghetti Western. My slavery is not a spaghetti Western comment, because I was speaking about Django from a black perspective. That made sense to bring that up. I remember there was somebody that didn't like it, and then that was my first little taste of my comments about Tarantino going thing. Even though I was showing love in the review, I was just discussing as a black, audience member. You know what I'm saying? This is how I felt, and in relation to what Spike said, and I wrapped it up that way. So I don't like when people do all that extra shit in a review. So when next time I talk about Tarantino and his next film, it's going to be about the film, unless he does something stupid. Yeah. But this was a special episode. I just wanted to get that out the way. I actually like this format much better. The conversation thing. I like this. I think this is how we're going to keep it going moving forward. So this is technically episode 11. Right. Of what somebody called the Cheap Black Podcast. But this is real ones, because once again, it's myself and RB3. We're a couple of real ones. We're going to keep it real with you. We ain't gonna bullshit you, man. Right. You know? So
yeah. So I was gonna say real quick before we go, if you're watching on YouTube as well on First Cut, we got reviews for They Clone Tyrone coming out.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as everybody else did. Okay. Also Barbie coming out.
Woo!
And then,
I can't wait to see that joint.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that joint.
That one's gonna be fresh.
Don't forget the other movie.
Oppenheimer?
Cinema.
Yeah.
Folks. Yeah. I saw the Chinese theater posted a picture. They were building a projection booth.
Oh, for that 70 millimeter?
Yeah, that got me so hyped.
Yeah.
I said I gotta go see this movie.
It's like they're 3 miles long or something like that. The film
some shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, I did not want to. Not that I didn't want to see the movie, but I was kind of like, whatever. It's Nolan.
Right.
Now,
right.
I need to see that movie.
They got retrofit theaters. Now that one, of course, I'm like insanely hyped for. But actually, we're gonna be doing a review with my boy Dylan Hung. Dylan Hung? I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. But he did a video on Oppenheimer that went mad viral. Had like 130,000 views or something like that. Yeah, so you're real Nolan. I told the story before, but he got tickets for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Oppenheimer. So we're gonna be getting his Monday thoughts on the film after he's seen it. He gonna really dive deep into it with us. So.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. And then I probably won't have a review on First Cut real soon, but I just want to tell the podcast listeners, Gran Turismo was dope. They didn't give us like a review embargo, and I guess they technically said we were supposed to review it. But like, I'm just letting y'all know, Gran Turismo comes out next month. Starts getting hype about it. If you even want to watch movies, if you're trying to like stay away from movies to support the writers or whatever, I get that.
I get that too. Again, I want to let y'all know, writers, SAG, we support you. What they doing with the AI talk is nasty. Shout out to James Cameron. I told y'all in one episode that Skynet shit is real.
Yeah, you're right.
He said it himself. He's like, I warned y'all. Dead ass. Like, come on now. Like, we gotta do better. Hollywood is dry right now. We got to make sure we pay the people, man. So, I seen the things that they were rejecting, things about lunch breaks and all the little things. Like, God damn.
They're trying to give extras. Like, you pay extras for one day and then
scan them. Yeah. Put them in movies for the. Oh, my God. This shit is just, it's sick. It's sick. But this has been episode 11. Very special episode. We just had to get this out the way. I promise. If you follow me, Real Talk Film Society, REEL Talk Film Society. You've seen me in the comments on the post. I'm done. I ain't doing it no more. Yeah. It's starting to get repetitive. I ain't doing it no more. Nobody wants to have a conversation. Shout out to the people that did support us. Shout out to people that listen to us. Shout out to people that subscribe because of that. Y'all call me a clout chaser, but whatever. It's my opinion. It wasn't the clout chase, but people gravitated towards it. Yeah. It was a successful. Shout out to RB3. He cut it together. And I see y'all are extra quiet in the one about Quentin
the black media
talking Ebonics. Y'all quiet in that one because y'all know y'all have no dog in that fight. It's all good. You don't
it was right there in the clip too. So.
You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke, but that's okay. Yeah. RB, let the people know where they can find you.
All right, find me on Twitter and Instagram at Director RB3.
Yo, it's been real, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Coming soon to a theater near you.